Hey everybody, I'm Sam, and this is my channel Sam Soul Art, and this is my video vlog series where I've been pursuing art full time in a personal, you could say, sabbatical or personal artist residency. And this has now been week 21, so we're bridging into the 6th month of this journey. And if you're curious about why I'm on this journey, what are my goals, what I'm going to be working on, check out video 0. But other than that, within this video, I'm going to be talking about what's been going on the past several weeks. And so just to give you a little bit of a rundown, I've been studying a lot on story, particularly the stories around manga and comics and what kind of makes them so captivating, especially for the popular stories that are out there. So I've been learning about like theme, setting, story, plot, characters, etc. It's been cool. And I've also been veering into a new study, so studying anatomy and doing gesture and figure drawing fundamentals, and just continuing to chip away at my 2D animation. And that's been doing like a bit of a color comp each day for the pre-production of that, and learning, trying to figure out which 2D animation software program I'm going to be using. So I've been taking some time to learn TV Paint, just going through their manual and messing with that program. And so I'm also going to be talking about I've been just experiencing some challenges also with the past couple weeks, but I'll get to that. Anyways, so the first week of these past 3 weeks, I just had some stuff get in the way, and so that was a little bit of a setback. Still having to learn how to manage and prioritize my energy, because like when it comes to distractions, people, places, things that aren't particularly serving me, it can drain me. And where that energy that could have been with me is not going to go into my art or into my creativity. But just still, that's been something that I've been learning, just protecting my energy while taking this time off, because normally if you're an artist residency, you're quite much in solitude, so you don't have much to distract you or kind of throw wrenches. But now I'm in a pretty popular city, and I'm still doing stuff outside in the town, so that happens. Other than that, like I said, I've been learning story. I had picked up this book called Manga in Theory and Practice. I don't know if this is backwards because of the the video, but yeah, it was written and created by the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, which is a manga and an anime. And as I've been messing with Mega Girl and kind of trying to play with what her story and her background is, I picked up this book, and I've been studying manga and how it's written. And it's a little bit structured differently than your regular stories, especially the ones in Shonen Jump. And Shonen Jump is a really popular manga publisher, and it can be really brutal. But there's a particular type of story that publisher likes to publish. If you think about Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Bleach, so on, they all have a lot of commonalities around like friendship, solidarity, following your dreams. And those are the kind of stories that Shonen Jump likes to publish. But those kind of stories have a certain structure, certain types of hook, themes, settings that make it more popular or what have you. And so reading this book has been really interesting. And after reading through it, it's helped me kind of go back into some other stories I've been working on, and just bring new light to them and get new ideas and work on them. So that's been good. And I'm going to be reading more about story going forward. So this has been entertaining and educational, to say. But aside from all that, I've been doing gesture and anatomy studies, so that is something I've been getting into. And I think as myself as an artist, I've kind of been scared of anatomy or it just seems like such a big mountain. Like, just, I'm not going to go anywhere near it. But I'm like, I want to grow, and, it doesn't have to be so hard or difficult. And I've only been studying a little bit of anatomy, more so the upper body. And now I'm like looking at bodies as I'm walking around town. I'm like, oh, that's that muscle and that's that muscle. And so, I'm learning, growing, cool. Let's keep it going. But, since anatomy is so big, I don't expect to just like nail it in a week. This is just something that I'm just picking up right now. So I'm doing that. Aside from my 2D animation, just trying to learn TV Paint, which is a 2D animated software, and just go through the documentation and learning that a little bit by little each week. And then working on color comping, and still doing a little bit of color comping each day, just taking it easy because this color comping stuff has been a little bit difficult for me to wrap my head around for an animated short that I'm working on. So I'm going to be sharing that progress with my mentor by the end of this coming week, and get some feedback from him in order to move forward further on that. And then aside from that, I've just been doing more sewing and patching hoodies. I think even this hoodie I've kind of like been patched and like sewing, and that's been fun. And I threw some hoodies up on Etsy, so we'll see if we get any sales on there. But it's just for fun, and we'll see if there's an outlet or an interest there. And then lastly, I think this past couple weeks have veered from, I was having fun with the Mega Girl and I was really flowing with it. And now it's kind of like I'm going more into structure again, into discipline, but it's a little bit too far on one side to where I'm starting to feel anxious while doing a lot of this work. And it's not very fun. So I think there's definitely this balance between work and play, rigidity, routine, and like flowing and experimentation. And just like, how do I meet this in the middle while taking this time off? Because I am pretty ambitious and I do like to show up and get the reps in. But at some point, like, it's just not what's called for. Sometimes life has been teaching me through this process to, what does it look like to just draw from a place of joy and interest? And it's like, if you're not interested or wanting to do it today, like, why are you doing it? And it just can feel like it sucks. But then there's the worry, like, am I going to get it done? Am I producing something? Is this going to make money? So there's definitely this balance of like work and play that I'm still currently exploring and finding a balance for myself in. So something that an artist who I follow on YouTube, who I enjoy, name's Vale, and I'll probably put a link in the description if you want to check him out in his journeys. But he said, prioritize, and I'm just reading it, prioritize what you're most interested in over what you should be doing, and draw from interest and joy. And I really love that because he was working hard doing gesture and anatomy studies for 6 months straight, people. And, he understood the value in keeping it light, and keeping it relaxing, and just following what his interests and joys were with that. And so I really admire that. So this week going forward, I think it's just trying to go for the stuff that I'm usually working for, whether it's learning more story, structure, and learning more story, anatomy and gesture. Probably going to take a break on the 2D animation. And I think I just want to follow my interests this week and just allow them to guide me forward. In this video, I also haven't put too much pictures at all. This is just me talking. So, because I didn't really have much to show for this past couple weeks. I mean, it's just a lot of gesture drawings or what have you. But Anyways, this is my video, and this is my vlog. And so I'll be back in a couple weeks.